Hello everybody and welcome to Hollow Knight. My name is Xinixia and we're going to be starting a new sort of series here with Hollow Knight. I did play through it originally when it first came out several months ago, and it was awesome. I played through it solidly without stopping just about. I did a lot of it on live stream as well. The VODs for that have since disappeared. And I was considering doing it again anyway, just in my own time, so I figured why not just put it up as an extra series on YouTube. So this is going to be sort of halfway between a Let's Play and a walkthrough, as it were. I know where to go and what to do and where to get things and all that sort of thing, and I know a lot of the secrets already, but I'm definitely looking forward to finding out some new ones. There's also going to be a free DLC, a free update coming in July, so I'm hoping that I can time this pretty well, whereby I get a bunch of episodes out, and then just as we're getting like close to finishing or finished, then the DLC will hit and I can go back and do a bit more of that as well, so that I'm still sort of good at the game when it comes out. That's the plan anyway. And we're just going to have a bit of fun, relax, and hopefully I can introduce this game to some people who have maybe somehow not heard of it before. Because the music, the whole art style, the art is all hand-drawn, if you don't know, and then animated afterwards. The music is stunning, as you can hear in the background already. The story is lovely. The whole world and the whole concept is just really well made, in my opinion. So we're going to just jump in. I'm going to start a new game. You can see this is my previous save. You can't see the cursor, but this one at the top is my previous save. As you can see, 96% completion. It's not bad, not bad. But that one's done. That's finished. I'm done with that one. So we're going to start a new one. And we're just going to go for classic mode. And maybe we'll do, if I manage to finish the game, because I can imagine I'll make a lot of progress very quickly, so it's not going to take me anywhere near the, 40 hours that I spent in the first game to complete. So I don't imagine it'll take me that long. So if I manage to finish this in time, we'll maybe start on a Steel Soul as well. That would be pretty cool. Depending on how far I get before I die, that'll be quite annoying. Alright, so let's just jump straight in. And we'll let the cutscene run. In wilds beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught we changed, base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast, as they had never dreamed. From Elegy of Frau Hallownest by Monoman the Teacher. Okay, so we're in. The great thing about this, one of the things I love a lot about this game as well, is that it does the whole Dark Souls style storytelling thing, whereby it doesn't actually tell you anything, but it doesn't go quite the same depth as Dark Souls does in terms of like you having to read all of hundreds and hundreds of item descriptions in order to get the story. But it does sort of just sets you in here. You have no idea what's going on here. And then you're just sort of let loose upon the world, and you're expected to figure everything out for yourself. So I'm one of these weird people who enjoys playing with keyboard rather than controller. Even though it does say at the beginning of the game, we highly recommend that you play this game with controller. There's a secret over here, by the way. In case anyone didn't know. Anyone who's watching this that has played. We'll come back here much, much later. But there's a little bit of 15 Geo. Geo is the currency, and there's little things up in the top left there. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm going to try and keep... I was looking away at my recording to make sure everything was going well. Hopefully this is... walking straight into the face of enemies is something that I will try my best to avoid. So you can hold the button down to heal up. It does... It's very, very well designed, that, because there... Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah. I'll need a few minutes to acclimate to this. Because I also played this game the first time I played it on my old computer, which had a much... and I had a much smaller screen for it. It's very precise controls is what I was trying to get at. And very well designed, because if I want to heal, I have to hold down A, and the soul meter in the top left corner there will gradually decrease. However, if I let go before it's finished, I've actually wasted that soul, and I haven't healed, and I can't do it again until I gain more. So it's worth noting. Things will occasionally fall from the ceiling at you. So that's very clever. So you have to sort of judge exactly, precisely when you want to heal and when you don't, and that gets much more important later on with some of the fights that you get into. So we're going to inspect this. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you among us. Focus your sword, and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. Collect soul by striking enemies. Once enough soul is collected, hold A to focus. Yeah, well, I did that already. That's more or less what I just sort of said. To a point, but without the sort of fine details. Here's an enemy who flies. Now, you can do an up strike as well. You can do left, right, up, and you can actually do down as well. If you jump, hold up and attack, or hold down and attack, you'll attack in that direction. So it's very sort of natural feeling controls. The jumping, as I said, is very, very precise, and it just feels so comfortable. Oh, careful now. Don't let things fall on your head. Alright, and then we can just pick up all this geo, because we're going to need money. There comes a point in the game where you no longer need money, and money just sort of is thrown at you. Oh, Jesus. Didn't see that coming. And money's just sort of thrown at you, and you don't really need to worry about it much anymore. But for the start, I would highly recommend focusing on collecting as much geo as possible. This is essentially those little things that scurrying away. They give you these 2 temporary health containers up on the top left there, which, because of playing Binding of Isaac, I'm going to refer to as Spirit Hearts. Because that's just how I started to refer to them, and it's just going to continue like that. So they will absorb a hit, but they will disappear, and they are non-replenishable. Oh, we got a wonderful little frame stop there. That was great. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much, and thankfully it didn't kill us. So we'll try and make sure that not too much geo goes on the spikes. The spikes will kill you. Yeah, so I will be buying new memory. I've bought, actually, new memory for my computer, but it's going to take a few days to arrive. And then hopefully those sorts of things. I think it's a memory issue on my computer. But, yeah, so that'll be fixed in the future. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across the threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom. Hallow Nest. Oop, let's just smack down your door. I should probably heal just to get rid of that prompt at the bottom, shouldn't I? Probably been annoying people. Come on. There we go. We've broken through! Okay. We're now going to jump off a cliff. Whee! Another thing is that when you fall from a great height, you will be stunned for a few seconds. So it's something to take note of. So you don't jump from too high a height when you don't know what's below you. Now, this gentleman here you can talk to if you want. But this is where you'll start seeing some of the polish in this game. Is that you can talk to him if you want, and he'll give you some information. But watch this. If you walk up to about here, he's like, wait! And he puts his arm up. I didn't notice this the first time, because obviously I spoke to him. But I only just found this out just about an hour, well, half an hour before I started recording. And I was like, I don't need to talk to him. I was just running past because I was trying to get them panics back. And he did this. It's very cool. The other thing I noticed as well, and I just want to show you this, is that if I'm just going to jump straight down, we will be back here in a moment. So this is how you get down into the city. I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but we'll go back up almost immediately. Alright, so you can go get to the Forgotten Crossroads here straight away. But I'm actually going to go back up the chain again. I'm going to ascend back up. Because if you ignore him and run down there, and then you come back up, he'll say this. Oh, you're back. You walked straight past me and descended down into the ruins without even saying... Nah, that's not wrong. That's not the right voice. I'm going to need to come up with voices for all these. Yeah, he's like an older person. You walked straight past me and descended down into the ruins without even saying hello. I thought maybe I'd seen a ghost. The mind sometimes plays tricks on you when you spend a lot of time alone. Oh, sympathy for this poor boy. The other residents, they've all disappeared. Headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folk into its depths. Wealth, glory, and enlightenment. That darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills that place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. Very sad, Elderbug. Many used to come, hoping the kingdom would fulfill their desires. Hollow Nest, it was once called. Supposedly the greatest kingdom there ever was, full of treasures and secrets. Now it's nothing more than a poisonous tomb full of monsters and madness. I will learn to read, I promise. Everything fades eventually, I suppose. Feeling tired? That bench may be iron, but I assure you it's quite comfortable. There's no better place to collect your thoughts before heading below. Plus, I enjoy the company. Not that you're a talkative sort. So that's the thing, he will always say that if he's run out of things to say. But every time you do something down in Hollow Nest, you can come back up and he'll have something to say about it. Now, the downside to resting at this is you do lose your spirit hearts, your temporary HP, which is a very sad mechanic, I find, but I understand it at the same time. So for those wondering, if you go over to the right here as well, just to sort of ease anyone's mind about that, because I know how people think, there is a locked door, a stone door with a simple lock, and nothing else. So we can come back here later if we want. As I said, this is going to be sort of halfway between a walkthrough and a Let's Play, so I'm going to be not just ploughing ahead, I'm going to be doing other things and talking about things and doing funny voices and such at the same time. So we're now going into the Forgotten Crossroads properly. So as you can see now, it's the second time that we've been here. Excuse me. You can attack people through things, by the way, as well, just so you know. I'll try not to run into things as well. It's worth noting. Yeah, so you notice the first time we came here, we got this big introduction to the Forgotten Crossroads in the middle of the screen, and then whenever you return, you just get the little one in the bottom left, which is quite nice. It's all these details, all these small things, which make it feel very cool. Over to the right here, we have this wonderful place called the Temple of the Black Egg, which will now come up on screen. There you go. And this gentleman is our first NPC, well, our second NPC, technically. Okay, we need to think of a voice for him. Ah, hello there. How delightful to meet another traveller on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but you've a strong look about you. I'm Quirrell. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom. And this egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange marks all over it. I do so love a mystery. And who knows what other marvels lie even deeper below us. So this is Quirrell. He's friendly. For so long I felt drawn here. So many tales full of wonders and horrors. No longer could I resist. I just had to see it for myself. And what a time I chose to arrive! This dead world has sprung to life. The creatures are riled up, and the earth rumbles. The air is thick. I wonder what could have brought it all about. To persevere in this ruin, that old nail alone just won't be enough. That's no problem. One only has to look around. Plenty have come before us, and most have met their grisly end. Many more equipped than you and I. I'm sure they wouldn't mind a fellow explorer to relieve them. I'm sure they wouldn't mind were a fellow explorer to relieve them of their tools. It's a kindness, really. The dead shouldn't be burdened with such things. Is he done now? Did you pass that town above? What a gloomy little place. And such majesty hidden right beneath. I suppose that's why they've all headed down here. Who could resist such possibilities? Truly a marvel. Okay, that's him done, I think. Yeah, that's him done. I love dialogue in this game as well. It's nice. Oh, there's nowhere to go over this side. So this is somewhere we'll come back much later again. But we'll see Quirrell again a few times. He's cool. Okay, I should probably heal up. Always try and keep yourself at full HP if you've got spare soul. Because as you can see, when you hit enemies, I kind of brushed through it earlier, but when you hit enemies, you fill up your soul meter in the top left there. Also, those enemies, this one's going to charge at you. That was badly handled, I'm sorry. But most of the enemies that charge at you, you should pretty much just stay still and let them charge, and then just time your shots correctly, and you'll be fine. Is my advice to you. But generally, there's not much that's all that threatening in the Forgotten Crossroads. That said, we are about to go up here, and there's going to be something relatively threatening. But he's quite easy at the same time. Hello, sir. This is just the easiest way to beat him. Now jump over this, hit him, and retreat. Hit, retreat, hit, retreat. Just get the rhythm going. That's the cool thing about this game. It's very much like a rhythm game. A lot of the enemies and bosses have a pattern that you need to learn. So it's like Dark Souls in that sense again. I'm going to be comparing it to Dark Souls a lot, just so you know. You need to sort of build up a pattern and a rhythm. Now, these fellows, these cute little buggers down here, are things that you need to collect, or don't need to, but they're optional collectibles. And never in a game have I been so... Because I'm not really a completionist when it comes to games. But, oh my word, when I see those cute little grub faces and hear the little sort of burbling, whatever you'd call it, that they make, I just kind of have to save them. So they've even made me, a person who genuinely does not care about collectibles, care about them. You also get incremental... Incremental? Is that a word? Incrementing. One of those words is a word for sure. Rewards for rescuing them from a certain NPC, which I will show you later. Now here's another wonderful character to talk to. I need to think of a voice. She can be Irish, I think. Oh, bury me mother, pale and slight. Bury me father with his eyes shut tight. Bury my sisters 2 by 2. And then when you're done, let's bury me too. Do you like that one? It's one of my favourites. We can sing something else if you'd like. You start singing and I'll join in. I bet you have a beautiful singing voice. So what are you down here for? If you came to get wealthy, just look around you. These mines are bursting with riches. There's plenty for everyone. Just grab a pick and join in. Cheerful little mining bug. I do like her. Oh, bury the knight with her broken nail. Bury the priest. Something about a crown. I can't remember the rest of that one. Maybe I'll just hum it. That was the same thing again. Now, the problem I'm going to have here is remembering all of the voices I give to these characters. So you can go up to the top there as well, but that's an area you can't access yet, so I shan't bother wasting time just now, because there's nothing interesting up there for the moment. I went in there to talk to her, specifically, because I find her interesting, and I want to try and remember and go back and talk to her as often as possible, so that I can see all the changes in the dialogue, because most NPCs will change their dialogue, especially the ones who are in fixed positions like her. Oh, no, can't go down here yet. This area is locked, so I'll just be jumping back out of there and taking the path around. Go up. Those flying things, it's good to try and get them to fly directly above you, and then you can just do an up attack as they're trying to get down to you. I find it's the easiest way. But if you find something else that works for you, go for it. Now these jumping bugs are kind of annoying, but as long as you just sort of keep your distance and don't let them jump on top of you, you're pretty much happy. But this whole area is more or less a fairly simple introduction to the basic mechanics of the game. Now you can see there's another one of those caterpillar grub bugs up there. And you hear him crying. Yeah, that's... because sometimes they will be hidden and not obvious. So when you hear that noise, you know that there's a grub around somewhere. And so I'd recommend you look for it. Now I can't get there yet. And it's so sad because the first time I was like, oh, I can get you. And he gets really happy and then he's like, oh, you can't come and get me. So the game makes you feel sad quite a lot. So be prepared for a fields trip when playing this game. Alright. This area is a fun area as well. It's just all these platforms hanging here for no reason. Speculate as much as you want what this area would be used for. I have no idea what the function of this area in the town is. But there's an important area up to the left here, which I, in my first playthrough, did not discover. I think for 15 hours I never went through this door. And this is where the grubs go. See, this is the one I rescued. And this is the man who would like to have all his grub babies back. And he gives you stuff. Now, you don't have to come back here every time you rescue a grub. He will still give you all of the rewards. So if you rescue 10, he'll give you 10 rewards. And they get better. Gradually better. Incrementally better. As they go up. Oh, don't walk into bugs either. So yeah, it's worth noting everything here is a bug of some kind. I'm a bug, you're a bug, everyone's a bug. So just, if you don't like creepy crawlies of any kind and get like easily freaked out, this may not be the game for you. But I'll try and give warnings whenever there's going to be like any like really nasty ones, like spiders and stuff. Because obviously there has to be spiders in a game about bugs. I'm just collecting some geo at the moment, and I'm going to head over to this door on the left. This is the next area where I don't really want to go yet. But over here, I think there's something we can do right now. This is another area that took me a long time to discover. I'm actually not sure if I can do anything yet. This here will fill up your soul meter if you hit it. So it's basically just something that you can hit for free to help you fill up your soul meter a little bit. Those come in very useful later on. No. You need a wall jump. You can quite obviously tell what it is that you need to have before going through this area. But no, you need a wall jump to get over. I remember now. Okay. So moving on. We can head down the way further. Now, these pages that you see here are also a trail to lead you to this gentleman here. He will appear in every area, and he is the man who will sell you maps. Now, we need a voice for him as well. Oh, hello there. Okay, he can be Scottish. Hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Sure, of course I would. Yes, 30 geo is perfectly reasonable. Acquired a map. Hold tab to view a map of the current area. View a detailed map of Hallownest in the map pane of the inventory. Okay. Map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not a head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife, Iselda. She's just now opening a new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. Oh, cute. So this is Cornifer. He will disappear when you kill the area boss. Or if, yeah, I think it's when you defeat the area boss, he will vanish. And he will just leave a little note behind, and if you've missed the map for that area, you'll have to go back up to the top and buy the map from his wife. We'll go say hello to her later. I'm going to run out of regional British accents. I'm terrible at American accents. I can do all sorts of British ones, so we're just going to stick to those, pretty much. So I can't really do American ones. But we'll see. I've got plenty of. I just need to think of towns every time, because there's lots of NPCs in this game. Every time we come across a new NPC, I'll just pick a random town in Britain and attempt the accent. How does that sound? So what I just did there, you may not have seen it because it was so clever and smooth, is you do a down slash on these enemies which are invincible in order to increase height of your jump and do like a sort of almost double jump, like that. This comes in very useful later. These things are absolutely 100% unkillable and very irritating. You can also do that on spikes. So if you see any spikes that you can't get across, sometimes you will be able to do a down slash across them. Not always recommended though. Now these things are very annoying and will spew out their babies. Nice, melted it in the acid. I think they're called brood mothers. And we've got another caterpillar friend over here. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, moving on. Okay. So we'll head back over this way. Oh, I should show you the map as well, of course. If you hit tab here, and you can see the... Hang on, I'll move him out the way of the grass. Your character actually looks at the map, and I love it. And you can walk while still looking at the map. You just walk slower. I absolutely love that. This is what I keep talking about attention to detail. It's so good. So as you can see, there's a sort of basic outline of the map here. The sort of elephant-looking thing in the bottom left is Cornifer himself. The thing at the top there, with the spikes on it, is the Black Egg Temple. And the thing with the horns in the middle is, you can only assume, the area boss, which is correct. And there's all a bunch of the area that's not been mapped out yet. But what we can do is later on, we can go back up to Iselda, his wife, and she can give us, or sell us rather, not give us, a quill where we can update the map ourselves when we sit down at a bench. Just get lots of free geo here. Now this is a relatively obvious secret because you'll probably find it when you're slashing at this thing. You can hit this wall. You can see it. If you look at it, you can sort of see the cracks just there next to the black. And that's the hint that this is a secret wall. You hit it a few times and it'll open. There's another one of these. A bunch of geo. I'm just going to go back and collect the rest of the geo. It thankfully doesn't have a timed disappearance, but if you go off the screen, it will disappear. Now, you see these spikes just there. If you ever see those, it's a hint that it's going to close behind you and lock you in, so it's a challenge room, basically. Now, this guy isn't really that bad. He says, well, jumping straight into his shot. Almost twice. He takes 3 hits and he's down, but another 2 are going to appear from the background now. Watch. There you go. Yep. Oh, my word. I need to work on my timing. It will get better, I promise. But as I say, it's been a while since I've played it. And it'll take me a few episodes to get back into the rhythm of things. But the game is very forgiving at the start. Let's just heal up a little bit here. Currently, my soul orb contains 3 charges. But there are upgrades for that as well. There are upgrades for just about everything. Now, let's look at the map. You can also buy a compass later, which shows you where you are on the map. I think we're there. I know there doesn't mean anything to you, but we'll do soon. Now, just directly above me is where we would have fallen down if we'd jumped down after that secret up there. And in here we find one of the several hot springs that are littered around the place. Now, this will heal you and fill up your soul meter. You can see the top left there. It's filling you up. And there's also a lovely bench to sit on. So if we, or when, because I won't be pretending I'm going to go through this whole thing without dying. If I do, I'll be annoyed that I didn't put it in Seal Soul mode. When you rest at the bench, that's where you'll spawn again when you die. That noise there, that sort of metallic noise, is that thing up there. You can just sort of see it there. Now, it's going to be a while before we can get to that, because we need like the double jump or the wall jump, I believe. But that is part of a mask shard, which gives us more HP. Now, if I look in my inventory, you can see here, that's the mask shard. This is our soul container, I believe it's called. Soul container. And you need 3 pieces of each. Or no, 4 pieces of mask and 3 pieces of soul container to form a new one. That's our focus ability. And this is our old nail. This is our weapon. The weapons in this game are called nails. This is our overworld map. You can see the 2 areas we've discovered so far are the Forgotten Crossroads and Dirtmouth. Dirtmouth looks like this. And if you zoom in, you can see that Dirtmouth is there at the top. And what we know of the Forgotten Crossroads is shown there as well. This will be filled out very soon. Inventory, map. So, that's all we have so far. More stuff will be accumulated as time goes by. And I love that metallic sound. It's a very pleasant sort of noise. Kind of hard to define exactly why I like it. But it's just sort of... it's pleasing. Again, as I said, just try and keep them above you. And do up strikes. Whatever you want to call them. Up thrusts. No, don't say thrusts. That sounds wrong. Okay. Whoop. I'll just collect them before getting eaten by him. Another thing I quite like about this game is that there are no... I need to think now before I say this, but I'm pretty sure there are no instant deaths. There's nothing that kills you instantly. Everything only does 1 damage or 2 damage to your health. Oh. Yeah, like that, for example. Nothing over here. This area was pointless. Because that's something that always annoys me in this style of game, is if you just accidentally walk into something or fall into something and it's just instant kill. Hate that. So there's none of that in this game, as far as I'm aware. I'll probably eat my words later. But I don't think there is. Certainly nothing coming to mind now while we're talking. Hang on. Ah, dread. Heal up a bit. This is all just a timing puzzle. It's very cleverly made so that you learn how to use the mechanics properly. You get really accustomed to using the jump and the dash we don't have yet. But the jump and the sword and everything like that, it just gets you really comfortable with all the keys. Which is really nice. It's nice. Eases you in to things. Now, I'm planning on making these episodes about a half hour in length, generally speaking, but I'm going to let this one run over a bit because I want to get to at least the first boss in the first episode, just so that we got a bit of progress to start with. Get a good first go at it. Now, this tall machine that I just put money into is another. This is the fast travel system, which in these sorts of games is a godsend. You ring the bell, and the best thing ever arrives. It's a stag beacon. Let's go speak to it. Okay, hang on. Where are we? We'll go Yorkshire-ish, I think, for this one.
Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of the station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much. Okay, accent failing there. But the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of Hallownest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I'm almost going like northeast now. Apologies to any British people watching. I will take you where you need to go. No, that's definitely northeast now. Oh well. It was a long time ago, but I remember when these highways and crossroads pulsed with life. These are the paths I first carried passengers through when I was young. Those travellers are long gone, yet still I remain. Now it seems it's just you and I, and the furtive creatures scratching and squirming all around us. Eager to travel the stagways? Just hop upon that platform, give me the signal, and we'll soon be on our way. Answers on a postcard as to what accent that actually is. So you can see here, we now got a fast travel system, and we will unlock many more stations as we get there. I will travel quickly back up to Dirtmouth, because I want to buy the quill and the compass, if I can get both. I might just be able to afford one. Because they're really useful, and the earlier you get them, the better off you'll be.
So, we're back up at Dartmouth. Oh, hang on. We need to smack this. Open the door. And we've unlocked this area here. And you can see this is the map shop, which was closed before, which we can now go into. And this is Iselda.
Bapanada.
Oh, come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise. He's headed down below. I'm going to make her Scottish as well. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now let's see what's here for me to sell. No, I don't have enough for both. I'll get the quill first, because that's more important for me at the moment than the compass. I should be able to tell where I am most of the time. These are pins that'll be able, you can be able to put into your map as well. That'll show you automatically where certain things, certain parts of the environment are, which is again very cool. But I'm going to save my money at the moment and save up for the compass so that when I look at the map, you guys can know where I am as well, without me having to sit and describe it. Because it's quite hard to describe. Although, I know the map well enough by this point that it should be alright. Let's speak to this gentleman again.
I never thought I'd see such a thing. The stack station was opened. That building lay silent since before even my time. Oh, I've heard the tales of the glorious lines. A web of tunnels running all through the kingdom. Not that I'll be traveling them, mind you. I'm quite content where I am. Did you visit that temple? A strange building, I've heard, though I'd never dare the journey myself. The braver among us went there to pray, and they felt at peace within the walls. After a while, they stopped going. I wonder what changed. Okay, hang on, maybe he's got more, A young couple's just recently taken up residence in the house beside the station. Seems they're running a map shop, which may excite adventurous types like yourself. She's a tall bug, the wife. I told them to take a larger house, especially given that they're all empty. But they liked the look of that. The way she has to bend just to get through the door. I wouldn't put up with it myself. There we go. Feeling tired, yes. We hear this one a lot. Yep, great. We're going to see that message a lot. So I'm not going to read it every time. Okay. Let's get a move on. Hello. This place. We are near the surface, I believe. There is a town here. You should take the opportunity to rest. This place was once full of travellers coming and going. It seems much quieter now. I shouldn't do that. It'll just annoy me. It's like, I'm here. I'm already here. Okay, we'll head back down. Get myself down to the boss, and then we can kill him. Hopefully. Shouldn't take me more than one go. Shouldn't say things like that the first time, though. In case I fail miserably. Oh. Okay, need to collect some more geos so we can get that compass. I need to remember that. Now, this is the kind of point where I'm talking about you need to listen for that guy. You hear that caterpillar noises? Yeah. This is a secret wall. And some people I've watched play this haven't seen that for a long time. There we go, I accidentally freed him. That's fine. Because it does get a bit confusing, because nothing is explained. Which I like about games, but it's very good at teaching you how the game is played regardless. Okay. Another one of these friends here. Hello. Yeah, don't do that. Woof. I'm just gonna ignore him. Actually, I can kill him, but I don't really want to. Hello. Bring it. You see, just above him there's an area he can open. There we go. See? He just opened a secret area there for me. We can't go up there yet. Well, we can, but there's nothing for us to do up there just yet, because we need a special ability later. There we go. Lovely. But I also don't want to accidentally die to him, because I'd quite like to get to the boss soon. Ah, here we are. And this is the boss room. Oh yeah, we haven't rested at a bench yet, so the map hasn't been updated. We'll do that shortly afterwards.
Okay. Here we go. Bring it on. Come on. Lovely. You're like, oh wait, what's going on? And then this dude turns up. The false knight. And he's very easy. The key to this boss is to not watch his wind-ups. All the bosses have very, very obvious wind-ups. And like they tell it, what is he? Hang on, he's not supposed to do this many times. Yeah, there we go. Very obvious. They make it very obvious what they're doing. So you have to walk underneath him as he's jumping. Sorry, I'm trying to do it and talk at the same time. And then he pops his head out like this. There you go. And then he always goes to the middle after you weaken him. And these things you can shoot back at him. I'm talking about so many things at the same time, I'm sorry. There we go. And every... Oh, right, I missed that one. Every time he jumps, you're going to want to, walk underneath him. And then smack him as much as you can. And then if he just winds up, run away and try and jump over that thing. Yeah, try to avoid that. Oh, no, I'm going to get hit. Right, a little bit of indecision there. But that's okay, we're still going to be fine. Now he's going to go to the middle again, and he's going to do the thing where he brings all the stuff down to the top. You don't have to get these back at him. It's just something you can do if you want. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to play it a little bit safe. Right. Oof, that was close. No, careful. You can also just, if he's jumping away from you, don't try and get underneath him. You can just run in and smack him, basically. Now, this game kind of, like, you may have heard of the rule of threes, where everything happens in threes in games and stories and all that sort of thing. This game is actually more of the rule of fours. You have to smack enemies or weaken enemies 4 times usually before they're dead. Or get them to, because you often get these bosses which then go to a weakened phase, and then you can hit them a lot. And they die after 3 hits. In this game, they like to do 4. So that's the first boss. Very easy, as you can see, once you know how to do it. So he's dead. He was just this tiny little maggot thing that was in a big shell of armor. The poor man. Now, something that's interesting is if you hang around for a bit and watch his weapon, it starts running away! Unfortunately, there's nothing else you can do with it. But I just think that's very cool. Again, it's these small details which a lot of people won't notice. Because that was a good, like, I don't know, 15 seconds where you could easily have just gone, alright, well, boss is done, and gone away. But look. There's nothing, and as far as I'm aware, there's nothing you can do with this. Because you can hit it off the screen and it's just gone. It's gone now. So, I'm not sure. If there's a secret there, I don't know it. So, we'll heal up. And then we can go and get our prize here, which is a lot of geo. There is more to do here, but just not yet. Excuse me, I'd like this. There we go. Because you can, there's stuff up there that you can go to, but as I say, not yet. You need a special ability to do that. And so we get to move on to this area now, where we will get a special upgrade ability. And we can go in there. Oh, okay, no, it is actually in there, I think. There's a bench around here somewhere. That's what I'm looking for. It's in here. So here's the bench. Lovely. And you can see map updated, and we can look at the map. And we've got now a nice clear, obviously drawn in, and slightly improved map of the Forgotten Crossroads. So I am going to leave the first episode there. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the little introduction first there. It's gone a little, as I say, most episodes I'll be trying to keep to about 30 minutes or so, and I'll try and make it like this is significant. Something significant happens in each episode. So if it runs a bit longer or a bit shorter, that may happen. Yeah. That's it for now. We will continue on and speak to this snail gentleman in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining. If you enjoyed the episode, please feel free to leave a like down below. It does help out a great deal. And if you would like to see more of this sort of content, pretty much daily, then please subscribe to the channel. I would be very happy if you did. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks once again, and enjoy the rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, or night, whatever you're having. Bye-bye.